Fans, we finally got the moment we've been waiting for. Bai Lu has spoken. And the name that came up in her words? Shen Yue. Yes, you heard that right. Bai Lu has finally addressed Shen Yue directly, and the way she did it has left fans completely divided. Some say it was graceful, others say it was a warning, and a few are even asking, did Bai Lu just reveal something bigger than we realize? But before we break down exactly what she said, let's rewind for a moment. 4 months now, fans of Dylan Wang have been watching closely as his name has been tied again and again to two leading ladies, Shen Yue, his unforgettable co-star in Meteor Garden, and Bai Lu, his dazzling partner in Only for Love. Both actresses have shared undeniable chemistry with Dylan on screen, and both have huge fan bases that are fiercely loyal. And yet, behind the scenes, whispers began to grow louder. Did Shen Yue and Dylan have something more than friendship? Did Bai Lu feel overshadowed by the constant comparisons? Or was there something else, something deeper, brewing behind those calm smiles we see in public? This is where Bai Lu's recent words come in. In a moment that no one expected, Bai Lu decided to speak up. And here's what she said. Listen carefully. We are all people with our own paths, and sometimes those paths cross in ways that can't be ignored. I respect Shen Yue, but respect does not mean silence. Respect, but not silence. Fans immediately froze at that last part. What did she mean? Was this Bai Lu drawing a line? Was it a warning? Or was it a subtle way of saying enough is enough? Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Because right after her statement spread, fans began connecting it to a live stream Shen Yue did weeks ago. In that stream, Shen Yue laughed when a fan asked about Dylan Wang, but she never gave a clear answer. She avoided the question, moving on quickly. Was that moment a trigger? Did Bai Lu feel the need to step in and clear the air? But here's the twist. Some fans believe Bai Lu's words weren't negative at all. They think she was actually showing maturity, choosing not to fight, but still making it clear that her voice matters. Others say this was her indirect way of saying, Shen Yue, I see you, and I won't stay in the shadows anymore. And then there's Dylan Wang, the man at the center of it all. He has remained completely silent through all of this. No public response, no interviews addressing the speculation. But as Bai Lu's words started trending, Dylan suddenly updated his social media with a simple, 3-word post. Time reveals truth. Now the question becomes, was Dylan's message a response to Bai Lu? Was it aimed at Shen Yue? Or was it his way of calming his global fanbase, telling them to stop speculating? The timing is impossible to ignore. Fans across the world, USA, Europe, Asia, Canada, Australia, are debating nonstop. Some say Dylan is protecting Shen Yue. Others argue he is defending Bai Lu. And a few believe he is distancing himself from both to avoid a media storm. But here's where the story gets even more explosive. A source close to the production of Only for Love claims that Bai Lu nearly turned down a promotional event earlier this year because of unwanted comparisons. Could this be connected to the statement she just made? Was she already reaching her breaking point back then, and now, finally, she's decided to speak? And if that's true, how long can Shen Yue remain silent? Because here's the thing, every time Bai Lu speaks, Shen Yue's fans demand an answer. And every time Shen Yue stays quiet, Dylan's fans only get more divided. At some point, silence might no longer be an option. Now I want you to imagine this. If Shen Yue finally responds, even with just one sentence, the internet will explode. Headlines across Asia and beyond. Millions of fans rushing to decode her words. And Dylan Wang, caught between two worlds, forced to finally take a stand. It feels less like a love triangle and more like the beginning of a storm that no one can stop. So, here's the cliffhanger that keeps everyone guessing. What happens if Shen Yue breaks her silence? Will Dylan finally choose to step forward? Or will Bai Lu's words go down as the spark that changed everything we thought we knew about this trio? I'll leave that question with you, my viewers. Do you think Bai Lu's message was meant as a warning, as a show of respect, or as something deeper? And what do you think Dylan's mysterious post really meant? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading every single one because your opinions drive this community forward. And before you go, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Because if Shen Yue speaks, or if Dylan finally breaks his silence, you will want to be the very first to know. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn, because while Bai Lu's message has everyone talking about Shen Yue, Dylan Wang is right in the middle of it all, whether he speaks or not. Think about it. For years, Dylan and Shen Yue have been inseparable in the minds of fans, ever since Meteor Garden. Their chemistry was so real that fans worldwide, from the USA to Europe to Asia, believed the line between acting and reality had blurred. Every smile, every behind-the-scenes clip, every interview, they all fueled one belief. There was something genuine between them. Then, years later, Dylan Wang appears alongside Bai Lu in Only for Love. Suddenly, a new spark, a new on-screen couple that felt just as authentic, maybe even more mature. Fans immediately began to divide, Team Shen Yue versus Team Bai Lu. Two powerful fandoms clashing, each claiming Dylan's heart belonged to their star. And through it all, Dylan stayed silent. But silence isn't the same as absence. Just recently, Dylan posted that cryptic message, "Time reveals truth." 3 simple words, but powerful enough to shake his global fanbase. Some believe it was Dylan's way of saying he refuses to be rushed into clarifying his relationships. Others think it was aimed directly at Bai Lu, as if to say, "Your words are strong, but let time prove everything." Yet, here's the twist. The timing of Dylan's post was too perfect. It came just hours after Bai Lu's message spread. That's not coincidence. That's deliberate. Which makes us ask, was Dylan subtly responding to her? Was he protecting Shen Yue without naming her? Or was it his way of warning both women that he won't let the media control his story? Fans are split. In China, hashtags connecting Dylan to Shen Yue began trending almost immediately after his post. Meanwhile, international fans, especially in the US and Europe, flooded his comments with messages like, "Choose Shen Yue already," and "Bai Lu deserves respect." But here's the detail most people missed. Dylan also updated his profile picture shortly before his message. The image? A quiet sunset over calm water. No words, no explanation. Just silence. Some fans believe this was symbolic, a way of saying storms pass, but truth remains. Others think it was Dylan's quiet protest, a way of escaping the noise. Now, let's talk about what this means for Shen Yue. Because whether she likes it or not, she's now in the spotlight without saying a single word. Her silence, her absence from events with Dylan, and her decision not to respond, it's all making fans more restless. Some even believe she's being protected by Dylan behind the scenes, while others think her silence is her way of rising above the drama. And Bai Lu? Her message has only intensified this storm. Some argue she was standing her ground, showing Shen Yue that she refuses to be overlooked. Others believe she was extending an olive branch, acknowledging respect while making it clear she won't be silent anymore. But here's the question no one can ignore. How long can Dylan hold this silence? At some point, one question from a journalist at a press conference, one unexpected paparazzi moment, one slip in a live interview, and the truth might spill out in front of the entire world. Imagine it, Dylan, standing beside Bai Lu at a drama event, and a reporter asks, "What do you think about Shen Yue's connection to you?" Does he laugh it off? Does he deflect? Or does he finally give fans the words they've been craving for years? That single moment could change everything. And here's where the cliffhanger deepens. Is Dylan Wang quietly preparing to speak the truth on his own terms? Or will he let time, as he said himself, reveal it all without a single word? Until then, every action, every post, every silence, every smile will be magnified 1,000 times by fans who are desperate for answers. And the truth? It may be closer than we think. So I'll leave you with this. Will Dylan Wang's next move bring peace between Bai Lu and Shen Yue's fandoms, or will it ignite a storm so big that no amount of silence can contain it? Comment below what you believe Dylan's real intention was with his post. Was he protecting Shen Yue, sending a message to Bai Lu, or simply speaking to all of us, his fans? I want to hear your theories, because this story is only getting bigger. And trust me, When the silence finally breaks, we'll be right here, uncovering every detail together. All right, fam, what do you think? Was Bai Lu sending a hidden message to Shen Yue, or are fans just reading too deep into it? I want to hear your take, so drop a comment below. Don't just watch. Be part of the conversation. Speech balloon, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss the next twist. Remember, your comments, your likes, and your shares keep this community alive, so let's keep engaging and growing together.